here with another edition of OmniDog's Vault. Thanks for tuning in. And today we're going to be giving an update. About 3 months ago, I gave you a list of Marvel Omnis that were going out of print, and some of them went out of some were out of print, some were going out of print, and others were in plentiful surprise. Some of those that were low stock have gone out of print, but some of those that were out of print have gotten reprints, and there were some huge whales that have gotten reprints. So you may not know it, perhaps you don't know it, and this will be the first time you found out about it. So without further ado, we will talk about some books that have been moved to the out of print lists that were on the low stock list. And to give thanks where thanks are due, I thank Turtle Dog from CBR, Comic Book Resources, on the internet, because he always puts out out of print, stock running low, and plentiful supply list, I think monthly. And I go back every 3 months or so and check on it. So thank you, Turtle Dog, for this list. But I also thank, for the first one, my buddy Gabe from Torpedo Comics, who came up with this Alpha Flight by John Byrne omnibus. That is now out of print. OOP. That's now out of print. Alpha Flight by John Byrne. So if you go to Amazon, it's probably not there. If you go to In Stock Trades, it's probably not there. And if you're in Europe, I don't know where you're going to find it. If it's not on Book Depository or Amazon Europe, you're going to have to go to your local comic book store and hunt these down, because also the Carnage Omnibus is out of print. Hawkeye by Hawkeye by Matt Fraction. Wait a minute, is that a... I didn't even know that was a... I didn't even know that was an omnibus. I've just got that in little in oversized hardcovers. I didn't even know that was an omnibus, Matt Fraction's omnibus. Okay, and this is kind of old news. It's just been official. Silver Surfer by Slott and Allred. That's been since the beginning of summer that's been out of print. But yeah, those are the ones that if you've been looking for those, or you've been kind of on the fence about them, you need to go out and get them like right now. Because once again, that's Alpha Flight by John Byrne, Carnage Omnibus, Hawkeye by Fraction, and Silver Surfer by Slott and Allred. That's been a while for that, though. Now, 12 titles, Turtle Dog says, have been moved to the stock running low list. And one of them is a big surprise to me. And I'll just tell you it right now, because it's only been out, I think, since the beginning of summer. That's X-Men Revolution Omnibus. That hasn't been out that long, and it's already stock running low. I will pull up... Actually, I tried this before I went on the air, and I will read the new stock running low list as I share my screen, but I tried it when I went on, before I went on the air. Let's see, share screen, yes. Share application window, out of print Omni, share, doink. Does it work? Yes, okay, good. There is stock running low. Amazing Spider-Man by Linney and Mcfarlane Omnibus, that's new. This is just the first part. There's a second page, but there you can see the what I typed up. Amazing Spider-Man by Michelini and Mcfarlane Omnibus, that's new. Daredevil Omnibus Volume 1, that must be the Silver Age. Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme Volume 2, Omni. Guardians of the Galaxy, Abnett and Lanning Omnibus. Marvel Cinematic Universe Omnibus. Marvel Universe by John Byrne Omnibus. Punisher by Garth Ennis Omnibus. You waited 6 years for this? Don't let it slip your hands now. Punisher Max by Ennis Omnibus. You waited 6 years. Don't let it slip your hands now. Runaways Omnibus. That's a big fat omnibus. That's a good book. Don't let it slip your hands. Spider-Man versus Venom Omnibus. X-Men Legacy Legion Omnibus. That's a good book. X-Men Revolution Omnibus. That's the one I talked about. And so I'm going to leave this up, and you can see, let's see, you can see some of the things that are there. And Daredevil by Brubaker Omni. Now that's a relatively new one. Daredevil by Wade Omnibus is low stock. Daredevil Shadowlands, that's been on there for a while. Daredevil by Way, Omni 1 and 2, that's been on there for a while. Deadpool and X-Force Omnibus, that's one you should probably jump on if you really want it. Loki, Hulk, Marvel Firsts, no one cares about. Marvel Monster Bus, somebody must care about. Marvel Universe, I personally don't care about, but somebody else might care about it. All the Shang-Chi books, new X-Men Omnibus, that's interesting. That's seen about 3 printings, all those both those Punisher books. And here's an interesting one, War of Kings Aftermath. And Uncanny X-Men Omnibus 1. So these are the ones you can freeze on here and take a look at what's stock running low. Go on Amazon. If Amazon doesn't have it, then you're going to need to hustle out to your local comic book store. If you have your heart set on the Ms. Marvel Omni or the Muppets Omni, low stock means that, and it's not on Amazon, low stock means that that thing's running out of print, in my opinion. Don't panic, just go get it. So that takes care of what the new out of print titles are and what's running low. As a public service, I will show you what's out of print. And you can freeze it on there and look at what's out of print. And you'll notice some things are not on there anymore because they're getting reprints. And I'll tell you my source for that in just a sec. Here are the out of prints. Come here, you. These are the out of prints books, starting with Acts of Vengeance, Annihilation Conquest, Amazing Spider-Man, Omnibus 2. Don't pay big prices for Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2 and 3. Those are going to come back into print. I have a feeling Avengers by Hickman will come back into print. I personally think there's a lot of these that are going to come back into print. Don't know about that Brian Michael Bendis Crime Noir Omnibus coming back into print. I just don't know. And same with his Powers Omnibus. If that's out of print, I don't know. But a lot of these other ones, I think eventually Death of Captain America. I don't know about Devil Dinosaur, but that's pretty cheap. You can still find that cheap on eBay. Eternals Omnibus, there's a movie coming out, so I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of, and there's Carnage right up there. I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of collection of that. These Fantastic Four things, I don't see how they don't. One of their most popular, one of their most popular groups, I don't see those staying out of print for long. I certainly wouldn't go pay big bucks for those. Okay, by Fraction, as I said, I was surprised at that. Man-Thing, I regret not getting Man-Thing. Marvel 75th, Marvel Now. I doubt any of my viewers care about that. Miles Morales, famously bad binding on that. Even I got bad binding. I thought I had good binding. Punisher by Jason Aaron, remember? Okay, so you guys know all about these out of print. These are all the out of print books. War of Kings. Lots of Wolverine is out of print. Women of Marvel. X-Men. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, but there, and let me just say, an out of print DC book is Super Sons. If you like Super Sons, and you should because it's awesome and inexpensive, this is now out of print. I have Gabe to thank for that from Torpedo Comics in Las Vegas. He is also an Omni Bro, and I am an Omni Bro, and he is a good guy, and he let me know and let a lot of people know that it's out of print. So if you want some good reading, you need to go. This is all readily available. I don't care about it, and neither do you. Now, here's what's interesting. Let me see. Can I make this bigger? Let me see if I can make this bigger. I don't know how. I'm not good at technology. No, you're just going to have to look. Layout more. I'll get better at this as I go along. This is the first time I've ever shared a screen. So wait. Zoom. Okay. Zoom. How about 150%? We'll try that. What's that look like? Okay, that's better. Upcoming Marvel releases. And move that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now that's easier to read. I'm not that bad. Upcoming Marvel releases. And this information comes from my friend, the Uncanny Omar. The Uncanny Omar, as you can see on this list, now I can't use my pointer because this thing is on top of it, but right in the middle there's Annihilation Omnibus. Big time December reprint. Everybody wants Annihilation. Just below that is Daredevil by Bendis. Volume 1. A new omnibus is Incredible Hulk by Peter David Omnibus, Volume 1. X-Men vs. Apocalypse, the 12 Omnibus. Ultimates Omnibus in February. That's a big one. I love that book. That's by Mark Millar. Some of you don't like him, but I love that book, Ultimates. That's one of the first Marvel books I read. I really love that. Daredevil by Bendis, Volume 2. That's been out of print. Spider-Man, Miles Morales. That's Omnibus Volume 2. Power Pack Classic Omnibus. That just got announced, I think, a little bit ago, maybe today. Uncanny X-Force. You can't get much bigger than Uncanny X-Force as far as a reprint. That's one that everybody wants. Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2 by J. Michael Straczynski. Black Widow Omnibus. Those are her first appearances. Oh, and there's another page. Wolverine Omnibus. I want you all to go out and get this because there are literally hardly any Wolverine omnibuses out there. Wolverine versus X-Men, out of print. Wolverine by Jason Aaron, out of print. Wolverine by Mark Millar, out of print. Wolverine Goes to Hell. I don't, where is that? Is that out of print? No, I think that's low stock. But Wolverine by Frank Miller and Chris Claremont, that's getting a reprint. One of their arguably most popular characters barely has any omnibuses. So that's getting a reprint. Wolverine Omnibus Volume 1. Go out there and buy that in April. Followed by, amazingly, the fantastic, astonishing X-Men Omnibus and a new book, the sensational She-Hulk Omnibus by John Byrne, which many people are excited about. Okay, let's see if I can stop the screen share. Okay, I did it. Oh, right on, man. Okay, so that is the update. Leave me your comments, feelings, what you're passionate about, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. And thank you to Turtle Dog, Gabe, and the Uncanny Omar for all the information. And as always, please feel free to leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the notification button when you subscribe so you know when I go on air. And as always, peace and love, peace and love.